that shit just comes out as a motherfucking classic. So it's like, nigga, why ain't you really promoting your own shit? It's like, come on, you made this shit. This shit downright should be its fucking single, man. That's just me, you know what I mean? But like I said, it could be both ways. I really don't know. I wasn't there when that shit happened, when they chose to release what songs, when they were promoting this. I don't know why they call it a fucking mixtape. To me, it's a fucking album, man. But either way, like, it's whatever, man. It's done. It's in the fucking past. But I just think, for my perception, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, clean R&B. Oh yeah, hands down. I think this album, this mixtape, whatever you want to fucking call it, this record would have gotten, I think, a lot more love, especially by, you know, potentially maybe 1 or 2 more Grammys under his belt. That's just all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Like, look at what fucking Post Malone is winning. You know what I mean? I know for a fact Ty Dolla $ign can outperform him as an artist. Why the fuck can't Ty Dolla $ign get all those fucking, you know what I mean, records and shit? So, but anyways, we're gonna move on to track number 12, titled My Song, featuring 24 Hours.
Crazy vibe, baby, this a crazy vibe. Step aside, bust a nigga, step aside. Recognize me, you gon' recognize me. Recognize me, you gon' recognize me. Inspiration, baby, you my motivation, baby. Inspiration, baby, I need extra motivation. You some inspiration, now we bout to hit the Vegas. Recognize me, you gon' recognize me. She said she wanna stay over, but I like to stay all alone. I put that bitch in my soul. 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 She wanna stay in my home. I like to sleep all alone. She can hold me on the phone. I put that bitch to my soul. Yeah. I put that bitch to my soul. I put that bitch to my soul. 20 this my baby soul. So I put that bitch to my soul. She throw that ass in a circle. Smoke on that do purple. Kick up that big purple. Throwing that ass in a circle. Fucking on my his ass. Gripping that ass in my hand. She say, "Daddy, you
only thing is, I think, going from the lyrics, as simple as this song may be, man, I think it's actually pretty interesting. I like certain lines right here. That shit just hits with the swagger, man. You know what I mean? Like how he goes, like, I mean, it's however it hits you, man. Sometimes it's just the notes, you know what I mean? But when you straight up read the line, you know what I mean? You know, gripping that ass in my hands. She said, "Dolla, you the man." She said, "Dolla, be my man." That shit right there, you know, that's a grant of power, man. So any dude, you get in that type of mood, man. You take in that type of moment, you know you was granted power. And Ty is just flexing from that, you know what I mean? So and the whole point of the song is just, you know, he banged a chick to his song, you know. Ain't nothing more, ain't nothing less to it. I mean, the song's like basically 4 minutes long. Now, this is where I'm like, I'll take a minute, subtract a minute from the song, and add a minute to R&B, and I think I'd be cool with it. You know what I mean? Ain't no knock on this song. To me, yeah, it does feel a little bit too long for me, because I can definitely just be like losing interest like after 3 minutes or whatever. You know what I mean? But either way, anyways, let me get to the next track. Track number 13, Pussy, featuring Trey Songz and Wiz Khalifa. Let's get it.
She don't like to be alone, so she hit my line like I'm over. Now we all up in the zone. Last time we seen each other, it was over. Smoke some, sip a little wine. Show me what you really got on your mind, baby. And I know your body don't lie. No matter where you go, you still my baby. Who's is it? Tell me who's is it? Hey, who else put it in your hair? Lick it like a lady. I'm the one you call when them other niggas play. Cause at the end of the day, it's still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my. Still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my. And I'll beat it, I'll eat it, I'll never mistreat it. Girl, you know I always do you right. Still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my. She got a mind of her own. She like to share with a nigga like me. Yeah. Never matter if she got a guy. No, not when it comes to me. Yeah. Oh, oh. Cause I know what to do, she know what it is. So what's up? She might be with you, but she feeling me. Oh, who's is it? Tell me who's is it? Hey, who else put it on you? How you leaking like a lady? I'm the one you got when the mother niggas play. Cause at the end of the day, still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my. Still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my. And I'll be it, I'll eat it, I'll never mistreat it. Girl, you know I always do you right. Still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my.
I'ma eat it, I'ma beat it, I'ma keep your number, never gon' delete it. I'ma call you up and tell you that I need it. I'ma hit it in the morning, you always leave the sheets wet. Said that she ain't never met a nigga like me yet. Keep it on the low, I know why to keep it secret. And baby girl, you know what it is. Don't gotta ask for the address, you know where I live. Heard you got a little boyfriend. I ain't hating on him, that's cool. You better tell him young Khalifa man noise in the cut, so we better know how to act, cuz.
Still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my. Still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my. And I'll beat it, I'll eat it, I'll never mistreat it. Girl, you know I always do you right. Still my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my pussy, my.
I might take yours too and make a run. What up, Ty? You know how we do. TGOD. Spread love.
Alright. It's not a bad track, man. I like it. I know I kind of was zoned out for a little minute, but don't get me wrong, I like this song. This song I could ride with, you know, cool with it. Ty and Trey once again kind of show their chemistry working on with each other, verse to verse. And once Khalifa comes in with a third verse, and I mean, does his thing and he ends the track on his note. But yeah, man, it's a chill song, and you know what I mean. Like, what can I tell you other than that? You know, I rock with it. It's cool. Definitely gonna be listening to it when it pops up. No Justice featuring Big TC, track number 14. Let's get it. And now I like this track right here. To me, definitely worthy of being a number 2 single from this record. So let's vibe out.
See, my shit is getting worse before it's getting better. It's like the people got a curse. Can't nobody stay together. I watch them gun my people down. Plus we killing off each other. No, ain't no justice for the brothers. No. See the red light behind this car. Only thing he digging is this could be the enemies. Officer, what's the problem? See, like every time I turn around, people always messing with me. He say you look suspicious, and you fit the description of a call about a robbery. And some more cops came. I keep my hands where they can see them. I know this can be the end of me. They say that we are created equal, but nothing but is equal. You know that there can never be no justice when killing us illegal. Somebody's gotta take a stand, sacrifice and be a man. Somebody's gotta take a stand. Nah. So she's getting worse before it's getting better. You see the people gotta curse. Can't nobody stay together. I'll put you back to the now. Cause we're killing off each other. No, ain't no justice for the brothers. See the shit is getting worse before it's getting better. It's like the people gotta curse. Can't nobody stay together. I watch them gun my people down. Cause we're killing off each other. No, ain't no justice for the brothers. No.
4 a.m. in the morning, police banging real hard on my mama front door. Screaming, open this shit right now. You got 20 more seconds before he tear this door down. They done handcuff my mama, they done handcuff my granny, handcuff my sister. Then some more cops came. The crackers tore the whole house up, never even showed a warrant. They say that we all created equal, but it ain't about a sequel. You know that there can never be no justice when killing us is legal. Somebody's gotta take a stand, sacrifice and be a man. Somebody's gotta take a stand.
She's getting worse before it's getting better. You see the people gotta curse. Can't nobody stay together. I'll put you back to the now. Cause we're killing off each other. No, ain't no justice for the brothers. See the shit is getting worse before it's getting better. It's like the people gotta curse. Can't nobody stay together. I watch them gun my people down. Cause we're killing off each other. No, ain't no justice for the brothers. No.
Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, the lesser of two evils. But if money is the root of all evil, then this nigga Donald Trump growing money trees by running for president. He even cashing in on his t-shirts. Hillary's no saint, but I would rather hide emails than ban immigration based on religion or race. Honestly, both of these motherfuckers fuck with the KKK. That's crazy. Donald Trump, David Duke, Hillary Clinton, Robert Byrd, but at least Hillary has the decency to lie about it. And I hate liars, but even more than that, I hate racists. Make America great again is really just make America white again. Let's keep it true.
Let's keep it true on this. If he's a racist and he's saying make America great again, doesn't that make him a bigger liar? Also, I don't think I agree with that statement about wanting to agree with anyone that lies about shit. Why would you want to trust someone as a leader who's gonna lie to your fucking face? Really? To me, that shows like just what's the word I'm looking for? Just beta male mentality. And honestly, like, if you got an issue with something, you gotta stand up for it. And don't ask for somebody else to do it for you. Stand up for your fucking self. That's what I wholeheartedly believe. To me, this song, it goes bigger than that, so I'm not gonna say anything from the lyrical perspective other than, you know, I know Big TC is locked up, so ain't really much you can do, but obviously, you know what I mean, making songs are great, and it's good to do whatever you can with your power, but also, like, this is where I'm gonna go in and say, you know what, don't be afraid to go out and march, you know what I mean? And obviously that's what everyone's doing. But to me also, I think there's many ways on how you could try to figure out. Sometimes our times don't come. It ain't ready for us to really shine where we're supposed to shine. And when the time is given that we're supposed to stand out, it will happen. So when it comes to taking a stand, sometimes we just have to be patient. And we have to show that we're willing to move forward to change something in a progressive light. However, if we approach it, and we have to be really careful-minded as well, if we go about it the wrong way, our message is going to be lost and it's going to be hidden amongst nothing but just pure anarchy and just mob mentality. So that's the thing that I'll always be seeing, man, when I see all these artists just talking about, oh, you know, injustice this, injustice that. It's like, sometimes I wish some of these artists would just keep their mouth shut. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying as in keep their mouth shut, like, don't say anything if you feel something's fucked up. Like, if you're gonna say something, you know what I mean, like, lead people the right way. And, you know, I think a right conscious effort and kind of being involving yourself with the people and fighting for what's right, that's what matters, you know what I mean? So, that's just what I personally believe. I don't think that we should push a narrative that, you know, and I know that they're not pushing anything. All right, don't get me wrong. This is a sticky subject. All in hand together, I think it's gonna take a unison. It's gonna be taking more than just, you know what I mean, black folks to stand together for this. It's gonna take for everyone, because it's not just black folks that are victimized by police crime. Understand this. White folks, Hispanics, Asians, we're all victimized. So we shouldn't just paint the picture by just us, you know what I mean? I think that's where sometimes our message get misconstrued and some people don't want to be willing to take forward in it. And I mean, I know that's not what the intentions are, but you got to look at it that way and look at a perspective that fight for not just for our lives, but for everyone's lives that gets punished by the system, because we're not alone. Definitely as a race, we're not alone. That's how I see it. And that's why I haven't really want to speak much or haven't done anything, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? If I'm gonna do something about it or take the step, I'm gonna make sure I take a full, solid, first giant step forward without any setbacks. So that's why you gotta play this shit like chess instead of trying to play it like checkers, like some of these cats are trying to do. You can't do that. When it comes to something like this, you gotta move. You gotta really move. Like, I'm not saying on the low, but like with caution, you know what I mean? So that's why for me, all I have to do is look at MLK. You know what I mean? The only resistance he showed was not giving in. But other than that, like, you know what I mean, from what they had to fight with, protesting, getting bitten down by dogs, fucking getting hit down by water, we got it easy compared to how it was back then. That's why I'm not complaining too much. And trust me, I had to deal with fucking police officers yelling, screaming at my fucking face, man. Trust me. Fucking Phoenix, racist ass fucking city, I would like to say. But that would take away from all the good people and all the things I've met there. So if I have to say anything, yeah, there's corruption, and we have to teach these people to be more conscious of the decisions that they make. I understand that your life is at jeopardy if you feel like that. But if that's the case, then why are you a cop in the first place? There's no need to raise action. There's no need to be lethal. You know what I mean? I was driving with a friend. He was kind of like swerving a little bit, but like I think something was up with his coilovers in his car's or suspension. So it looked like as if he was swerving. But like we were traveling on a highway going down south on what was it? Was it the ice? No, it wasn't the I-17. I think it was the Loop 101 south. Or it could have been a 202. But either way, we're traveling through Glendale and fucking we get pulled over by the patrol highway. I'm literally sitting here. It's fucking December. I'm wearing a hoodie and I'm wearing, joggers. I got my fucking hands in my hoodie pocket because it's just fucking cold. I've been like that the whole time. Fucking, they pull us over. The officer comes through here. He sees that there's beer. And I'm sitting here in the passenger seat. My dude is sitting here in the fucking front seat. I'll just say this. My homie here was Caucasian. It is what it is. But I'm sitting here with just my hoodie and my beanie on. I'm just like, I'm fucking freezing cold. I got to deal with the window being rolled down. And I'm all polite and like, how you doing, officer? And my friend was the same way too. So this motherfucker comes and he goes like, hey, what do you got in your pocket? I was like, I got nothing in my pocket. I'm just fucking cold. And he sees the beer. He's like, okay, I'm gonna need to see both of your IDs. I'm like, okay. And he goes like, I need you to step out the car. I'm like, why am I stepping out the car? I'm not the one fucking driving it. And then, you know what I mean? Because they pulled over because of what the driver's action was, but yet they want to get me to step out the car. They didn't get my friends to step out the car first. They got me. So I step out the car. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, put your hands on the fucking car. And it's like, I need to see ID. And I'm like, okay, it's in my wallet. Can I get it? And he goes like, no, don't move. He literally yells, no, don't move. Like that. And I look at him, I'm like, what's your fucking deal? But it clicked in my head, don't fuck with this dude. He's just trying to get you irate. And this is where most niggas would be like, the fuck you talking to, nigga? Don't fucking talk to me like that. I was in that mood, trust me. And the inside, I was burning, man. I was like, who the fuck is this motherfucking talking to? Trust me. There ain't no way. I was respectful. I'm like, here, it's my wallet. Can I get it? He's like, don't move. And I was like, okay, whatever. He's like, I'll get it. And he fucking tried to shake that out of my pocket. Trust me. I'm still fucking mad about that shit, even today. You know what I mean? Like, don't fuck with me with this bullshit. That's why I'm saying, like, you gotta understand, resilience is so key for us to fight through this shit. Because I'm fucking pissed, all right? And you know what? You motherfuckers want to sit here and talk about this and that when you're sitting in a fucking studio fucking chilling. All right? Some of that shit, it gets pushed on you because you allowed it to. But some people, it gets forced upon us. It's like we can't choose it. But at the end of the day, I'm fucking losing my temper. Give me a second. Because just reimagining that scene gets me fucking heated. I wanted to knock that motherfucking cop. Knock his ass out. All right? Luckily, his partner saw me when I looked at him. Like, what the fuck? He kind of brought me over. Now, like I said, I could have been really ignorant, really stubborn. I could have knocked that motherfucking cop out. I would have been like, fuck you. Got in his face. Like, I don't care if you shoot me. Go ahead and shoot me, nigga. I ain't gonna fucking stand for your disrespect. I could have been like that. But I didn't. I held my ground as a fucking grown-ass man and said, what the hell? And I looked at his cop. I'm like, what is he doing? Why does he have to speak to me like that? There's no reason to treat me like that. And why the fuck is he pulling me out when I wasn't even the one driving the fucking car? You know, yeah, he has to come through the right side of the window to greet me. It's just, to me, it's bullshit. That wasn't the first time. Second time, same shit as well. I mean, fucking here in Santa Fe Springs, fucking, I get pulled over. This, I will say, partially my fault because I didn't have my dome lights on. I forgot to switch them on. So yeah, you can't really see me. But I got my fucking hands on the fucking steering wheel the whole fucking time. Like, what in God's name, man? I roll down the window and he goes like, hey, you gotta talk to the other guy in the window. I'm about to move my fucking hand like this, right here. Push down the fucking door. He tells me, keep your hands where I can see him. And I tell him, how the fuck you expect me to speak to that guy if I can't roll down the window to hear what he's got to say? I'm like literally looking at this motherfucker. And I initially called him over. I'm like, hey, I'm right here. Let me talk to you. It's like, I'm being polite. I don't care if it's at night. Calm your fucking ass down. I'm fucking pissed about that shit. I want to knock that motherfucker out too. I asked him, what's your badge number? He's like, I don't have to tell you. Who the fuck are you? I know. So don't fucking come in my comment section and bullshit me. I ain't playing with you motherfuckers. I know what this shit like. All right? It takes one or two bad moves and you dead. I get it. But that's what I'm saying. You know, I mean, nowadays we got recorders, we got everything going on. And to me, that's what matters. Because now we can prove that sometimes the system can be flawed. And I see some videos, it gets me irked, yes. But I also see sometimes niggas are stupid. And if they just don't do some stupid shit, like the other nigga that ran off on his own, decided I'm gonna run away from the cops. Nigga, your ass was drunk. You got pulled over because you was under the substance. That's what they assumed. Nigga, you could have been going home to your fucking that little girl right now. Like, that little girl shouldn't have to suffer. I know right now there's no point in speaking about this nigga in like as if he's existing anymore because he's dead. But I'm talking about that dude from Atlanta. It's like, it takes patience and it takes resiliency. All right? That's all I can tell you. And these two incidents, the most recent one here in Santa Fe Springs took place about last year. All right? Maybe not last year, maybe in 2018, so 2 years ago. And I've been pulled over maybe about 3-4 times. Never had a bad situation with other cops. So to me, we shouldn't paint the narrative that all cops are bad. And we have to be clear about that. All right? So when it comes to delivering the ultimate mega title, that's the issue right there. You know what I mean? Come up with something more brilliant mind other than Black Lives Matter. Come up with something more than that. That's why you got other black dudes out here, like the NBA player who stood up, decided to go and kneel. Because he believes that his life is already worth it is. You know, he doesn't have to believe that Black Lives Matter to believe that his life matters. See what I mean? Intelligently answering the question. So understand that. That's why there's some dudes that ain't really buying in that narrative, because it's not truly getting the whole bigger picture out of the situation. It's that the system needs better training, needs better qualified people. And sometimes these cops, yeah, they are shady. And yet they get away with something on their record getting under the rug. But good people that want to work hard, they can't get a job because of 1 or 2, you know, incidents that honestly could be bypassed. I mean, you know what I mean? So like, it could be something as simple as possession of marijuana. You know, it's like, sometimes you gotta fucking chill on that. You know, I get that some states it's gotta be medically passed, but if you know that person is not inhibiting signs of being high and they're just driving, they're minding their own business, following all regulations and laws, why do you gotta pull them over? Why you gotta question them and, you know, take that shit? To me, it's just bullshit. Like, I don't want to hear any of you niggas in the comment section come at me. I really don't. Because I've definitely experienced that shit twice in my fucking life. Twice where I got so fucking livid. The cop threatened to pull me in the fucking back. I wanted to see this nigga try. I probably would have fought for my life. I could have lost my life there. Two scenarios where shit could have went down south. If I let my pride get the best of me, I probably wouldn't be speaking to you in front of a camera right fucking now. So don't come at me with that bullshit. Hands down. I don't give a fuck who watching this. I don't give a fuck. Alright? So, that's why for me, I'm not marching, I'm not doing any of this. To me, I gotta look at things from the outside, because sometimes when you look at things from an outside perspective, you can see things much more clear. That's what I believe. So for me, it's more of a matter of not that what do I want to do something. It's more about when is it the right time, or what approach is the best way to do it. You know what I mean? Marching is great. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, that just kind of like just gets the attention. Does it changes anything? That's where it comes into law-making policies, getting into with these politicians, discussing. That's what I'm interested in. When I can directly hit up the governor and talk to him about this, regulate this, regulate that. That's where I'm making a difference. I'm not gonna do anything if I'm just talking to y'all or like I'm out there in the streets with the public. Don't get me wrong. Public power is numbers. I get it. But at the end of the day, if you talk to the direct power line, which is what I want to do, there's no point of me speaking at all. Because I'm not speaking to someone that has the power to really help reform this. You know what I mean? So, granted, I know Newsom has a lot in his hands, so from COVID to California wildfires and all that, he gets the shit done. But this is something I definitely would like to discuss with him. You know, and obviously I think Arizona as a whole state needs to get a reality check and actually be more sympathetic with the people instead of being so cruel and unnecessarily, you know, barbaric. Because I've definitely dealt with, and honestly, being real with you, you know, 80% of the time when I was pulled over by the cops, I was definitely working as a pizza delivery driver, and they were all cool, especially in Southside Phoenix. Southside forever, man. That's the love of my city right there. But either way, I'm just saying, man. It's not about, you know, it's already about character of the people wearing the badges, wearing that uniform. Are they really quality fit? You know, sometimes you deal with a bunch of Karens in an officer suit and uniform, so you really don't know who you're dealing with. I know Karen may be a derogatory term in some people's eyes, but really, it's a description to understand what type of person or, like, you know, traits of personality of a certain person. So don't take it like that. But necessarily though, it helps describes how sometimes thinking with narcissism is very toxic, you know what I mean? And it doesn't help promote anything other than someone's selfishness and what they want. You know what I mean? It should be looking at things from a bigger perspective, what works for everybody. You know what I mean? And discuss what you feel. It's okay. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we can try to work something out. That's all I'm gonna say. I've harped on this for too long. Let's get to track number 15, Watching, featuring Meek Mill.
She know I'm watching. She know I'm watching. Ooh, nah, man. Yeah. She know I'm watching. Well, she know I'm watching. She pussy poppin'. She with her friends, I got options. She know I'm watching. She walking different cause I'm watching. Ooh, she know I'm watching. I'm watching. I put that pussy in the coffin. Making the move and winning the Oscar. We did it again, cause Dolla monster. I'm blowing the bands, she know I'm watching. Yeah, she know I'm watching. Well, she know I'm watching. She pussy poppin'. She with her friends, I got options. She know I'm watching. She walking different cause I'm watching. Ooh, she know I'm watching. Oh, I'm watching. Yeah, she know I'm poppin'. It look like a nigga in my closet. Oh, you need to stop it. Lights on, when we do it, we can watch it. She brought her friends and now I got options. I call her audible and no problem.
Meek Mill, I should say Meek Mill just is so washed up, dog. So fucking washed up. And all you niggas that really rocked with him thought he was just, you know, like just boasting and shit. This nigga was about his life, man. You go watch some old videos of him freestyling. This nigga can freestyle. This nigga is, in my opinion, is a fucking MC. He's just a watered, washed down version of himself. Ever since that fucking Drake shit, nigga just lost all heat, man, all confidence in himself and everything. And to me, it just feels like as if he's on life support with this shit, man. Fuck, I hate hearing Meek Mill like this. I really do. I hate it. to me, I'm not getting 100% Meek Mill on this shit, so I can't really say that I can enjoy this beat or this whole track. I like to hear him rap, but this shit is weak. I've heard way better from him.
That with the gang and we on the island. She ride that dick like a stallion. The money up in the Chicago. She know I'm watching. She know I'm watching. She pussy bumpin'. She with her friends out of yeah. She know I'm watching. She walking different cause I'm watching.
Ty Dolla $ign was dope on the song. To me, this should have been the song to have Travis Scott as the feature, not Meek Mill. So yeah, I think that's what I would have done on this one. I would have taken out Meek Mill. I would have had Travis Scott. This right here, this is the production that you need Travis Scott on. So honestly, you take out 3 ways the production, or just destroy that song in general. Take this beat.